Oh, who say does that?
Hey everybody, we're coming to you live on tip-off goes to the Clippers. And a look at Minnesota's opening lineup. Filling in the wings, Edwards and McDaniels. Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. And it's Russell in at the point guard position. Morris with it, Towns covering. Kicks it out to Jackson. Pass to George. Clock at 4. No good on the triple. And for Paul George, playing close to home on a title contending team, it's a tremendous opportunity, Grant.
And back with the Pacers, he twice made the Eastern Conference Finals, but without a doubt, this is the most talented team he's ever been a part of.
And there's Leonard on the assist from Jackson.
And just a lightning bolt there in transition. No one can match up with Kawhi, especially at his position. That time they pay the price.
Russell to pass to Towns. He shoots. Oh, he finds himself wide open and drills it.
Oh, he has a lot of tools in the toolkit. That right there was just one of them.
Now here's Jackson. Morris outside. Jackson against Russell. Pass to Leonard. To the paint. And Gobert with a block.
A rangy defender with great defensive timing. I mean, why do you think they call Gobert the Stifle Tower?
Towns gets the bucket.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
Now here's Morris. Now here's Jackson. Stolen by Russell. Here's Edwards. Leonard pulls down the board.
Let's hope for his sake that he does not try that one ever again.
Tipped away and stolen by Gobert. Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Oh, you love to see that kind of vision from Gobert. As much attention as he draws from the D, there's bound to be an open man, and he just got to find him.
Now here's Morris. Kicks it to George. Morris outside. Shot clock at 6. George with the bucket.
He might operate primarily on the perimeter, playing out of pick and roll and spotting up. Threes, but PG could score on the inside.
Here's Russell. Shot from the top of the key. Leonard pulls down the board.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
Now here's George. Back to Leonard. Pass to George. It's good. And the assist that time from Leonard. And this game is tied up now.
And you love how Kawhi has developed this part of his game, just able to find teammates and rack up assists.
Towns gets the bucket.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Timeout called, the Clippers. And the Clippers will go for a different look here. Batum is checked in for Zubats. Mann comes in for Morris. Norman Powell, he's checked in for George. And it's Wall in for Jackson. And a new group getting ready for the Timberwolves. Reed's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Anderson comes in for Karl Anthony Towns. Prince is checked in for McDaniels. And it's Noel in for Anthony Edwards. Here's Mann, back to Wall. And they turn it over. Shot clock violation as the buzzer sounds. Minnesota in the lead.
Yeah, back in the day when I was playing, the Clippers were always an easy win. Now, LA is consistently a playoff team. Boy, oh boy, how times have changed. Despite the miss, those are the kind of looks coaches hope to create.
Down low, Leonard on the wing. Outside wall. Out to Powell from behind the arc. On target from range.
Powell wasting no time to let that one rip.
The Timberwolves have gone 4 of 8 and looking in control. And the ball out of play. The Clippers will have it. And the Clippers have possession. Now Wall. Boy, he's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Leonard for 3. Reed with the rebound. The Timberwolves trail. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Here's Anderson. Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
The shot by Russell, no good. Los Angeles has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Crosses over. Ooh, and Leonard throws it down.
Great dribble move there. Kawhi using refined ball handling skills to get wherever he needs to on the floor.
Russell from outside. No good. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. The Clippers on top. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead of the second quarter. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Clippers.
Well, great play down low. I mean, you expect the defense to adjust, collapse maybe, but that should open up things on the perimeter later in the game.
Well, not only that, but you love how unselfish they've been to start this game. That's going to get all the guys in a great flow and feeling good. So moving that ball around and scoring off assists, it's a nice way to play.
On the court for Minnesota, Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. Filling in the wings, Edwards and McDaniels. And it's Noel in at the 1 spot. Now here's Zubats. 5-point lead, biggest of the game. Covington, no good.
Not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
Edwards can't hit.
Yeah, that miss might stick with him for a little while. That's kind of a shoot-around jumper if I've ever seen one.
Powell finds George. Outside Covington. Jackson outside. Pass to George. And stolen by Gobert. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Thank you, Brian. Well, Paul George has certainly endured his share of criticism in the past, but he said, quote, "I can't worry about that. It comes with the job. I am who I am. They can judge me on what they want. I'm going to go out there and hoop and give it everything I've got." And guys, he brings a lot to the table.
No question. He is elite, Allie. Thank you. Kennard, he's checked in for Los Angeles. And the league finally moving to curtail take fouls in transition. You like the change?
Well, I think everybody's ready for that. The best part of NBA action, VA, as you know, is fast break basketball. So to get more 3-on-2s or 3-on-1s, lob plays, and guys taking off and throwing down monster dunks, I'm up for it.
Count it.
Look at Towns asserting himself inside. He knows he can muscle his way to a shot anytime.
George passes to Jackson. Back to George. Pass to Kennard. And stolen by Edwards. Driving inside. And they'll get another chance. Here's the second effort. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Almost 7 feet tall. Towns has the length to get to the line. A tough guy to guard.
And Towns' three-pointer is elite. But some don't think centers should float around beyond the arc. What's the balance there, you think, Grant?
Well, I mean, first of all, it just shows how the game has evolved with big guys shooting like him. The bottom line, just play with aggression and don't settle. That triple is a weapon. You also got to use your size and skill inside just as often.
Well, Jackson's fearless on that finish.
Outside Edwards. Ooh, once again, off the mark by Minnesota. McDaniels against George. Pass to Jackson. Kicks it to George. Back to Jackson. Kennard with it. Just 5 to shoot. George against McDaniels. Can't get it to go. 2 for 4 thus far. The Timberwolves have got 2 of 7 attempts to drop since the end of the first quarter. Here's Gobert. Second chance effort, and that's 2 points on the layup.
I love the ferocity from Gobert. Snagging that board and getting the putback, he wasn't going to be denied.
And a new group getting ready for the Clippers. Batum is checked in for Covington. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Paul George. Man, he's checked in for Kennard. And it's Wall in for Jackson. And a new group getting ready for the Timberwolves. Reed's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Anderson comes in for Towns. Prince is checked in for McDaniels. And D'Angelo Russell subbed in for Edwards.
And after a series of major injuries, Wall still remains one of the more athletic players in this league.
That gives them the lead. And the Timberwolves lead by 2.
2 teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
And here in the second quarter of action, as we approach 4 minutes played. Out of bounds. It'll be Timberwolves ball. For Minnesota, they've gone 4 of 10 from the field in the second. There's the 3. Here's Noel. Now quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Here's Prince. Soft touch off the glass. And now it's a 4-point Minnesota lead.
Well, he knows how to score, and he does just that on that play.
Leonard with the ball. Prince is there. Morris passes to Leonard. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
You think about a rough moment in Kawhi Leonard's career that had to have come around 2021, that season-ending injury in the playoffs that kept him out of the entire 22 season.
The Timberwolves have gotten 5 of their first 11 shots to fall here in the second quarter. Russell, the pass to Reed. And the ball out of play. The Clippers will have it. .27 seconds left in the first half. Outside Wall. Pass to Leonard. Launches a 3. Anderson pulls it down. Here's Noel. Wall covering. Here's Reed. Offline with a baseline jumper.
Well, he finds some space in that in-between gap there. Too bad he can't release that one on target.
Allie, as always, thank you.
17. The Timberwolves. 19.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. You have to like what we're seeing from Karl Anthony Towns.
I like how they control the tempo and play to his strengths.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubats play together in the front court. And it's Jackson in at the point. That's the group starting the second half for Ty Lue. Here's Leonard. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Here's McDaniels. And And it's good. Fought through contact, hit the shot, and will go to the line. And the free throw, no good. Towns, and he drains it. A solid 5 for 6 now.
Things are starting to come together for them, and the lead is starting to grow too.
Coaches always talk about the first 5 minutes of the third quarter. They have definitely increased their energy level here.
Leonard passes to George. Jackson outside. Edwards against George. Another shot. The kick out to Morris. And the three-pointer goes. Morris has gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. And Minnesota calls time here. Outside Edwards, looking to get back on track. And Edwards slams it in.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. Jackson against Russell. Out to Leonard. George, a deep three. McDaniels with the rebound.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Outside Russell. Pass to Towns. Here's Gobert. Goes back up. That's in. Coming off an assist from Towns. Gobert's gotten 4 this quarter.
And for Gobert, his offense continues to catch up with the elite defense. He's becoming a legitimate two-way threat. And just a lack of fight right now on the defensive end.
Right? At least on that slam it was. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
You have to credit the aggressiveness offensively, because that's when you make a play when you really need it.
Up again. Great positioning on the putback. Now just a 5-point Timberwolves lead.
Well, a missed box out and an easy tip in, but it's because of the activity as the ball is going up, finding yourself in the right spot, just using some effort.
And it's powered home by Towns.
D'Lo at that size has great court vision and a great pass.
Jackson outside. Leonard outside. From downtown. Pure from three-point range. Leonard's got 9.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
For the Clippers, Covington comes in for Morris, and Norman Powell subbed in for Leonard. And the Timberwolves will go for a different look here. Reed's checked in for Gobert. Anderson comes in for Karl Anthony Towns. Prince is checked in for McDaniels. And it's Noel in for Russell. Noel, no good. The Clippers trail.
And the standout skill of Paul George is the fact that on both ends of the court, he's going to affect the outcome of a game.
The three, George connects from downtown. 7 points in the game.
They're making smart adjustments, setting guys up for success.
The possession just way more efficient, I think, here tonight. Taking smarter, better shots, moving the ball around. That's helped them to get back in the ballgame.
Reed, good. And George is the kind of versatile player that every team is looking for, Brent.
That BA, with all of that experience, is able to switch on so many different guys, and he understands what it is they're trying to do. And then on the offensive end, he just scores in a myriad of ways. He's hitting threes, he's driving, he's dunking, he's making plays. PG, the complete package.
Back to Edwards. Pass to Reed. Right side Edwards. Fires for 3. He can't get that one to fall. And Los Angeles the other way now. It's George on the wing. This for the tie. Buries it from 3. It's all knotted up.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here, guys. In good spirits, and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
Reed can't hit. Los Angeles has gone 4 of 7 from 3. A good percentage in the third quarter. Pass to Jackson. And now the T-Wolves on the break. with 4 on the clock. And he draws body contact. Looks like a blocking foul. He was in the shooting motion, so he'll head to the line. And he knocks down the first one. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe.
They come away with the lead, but I'm sure he's kicking himself over that last miss.
3 quarters of play and a close one here. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
We've reached the 4th quarter in what has been a...
Wow. Are you serious? John Wall with the statement. Oh, that's pretty.
Pass to Towns. Oh, sweet move. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
And just great intensity down the stretch. I mean, he really wants to rock with the game on the line.
Well, take a look at him. Locked in right now in this moment. Wants the ball in his hands and feels real comfortable with the shot he's taking.
Outside Wall. Morris on the wing. Here's Mann. 5 on the clock. And he jams it home with authority.
And despite the height disadvantage, oh my, he just attacks that interior.
Yeah, no stopping him on that play. Sometimes even the taller defenders are helpless to stop him.
Good. Zero rim protection. Unforgivable in a tight ball game like this.
Well, I hope there's one player on that team out there that has interest in winning this game. Right now, it doesn't look to be one.
Here's Mann. Morris outside. Into the lane. Towns with a rebound. Minnesota in the lead. To the inside. Here's Gobert. And Gobert with the stuff.
With incredible agility and reflexes, Gobert excels above the rim.
Timeout called. The Clippers. For the Clippers, Zubats. He's checked in for Batum. Paul George comes in for Mann. And it's Jackson in for Wall. McDaniels is checked in for the Timberwolves. Anthony Edwards comes in for Noel. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Guys, over the last break, I listened to Tyronn Lue address the team. He told them he likes what he's seeing inside, saying, quote, stay on the attack. Getting to the rim is working for us right now. Attack until they stop us. Guys?
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. Nice shot by Morris.
And good recognition from Reggie, open teammate.
Edwards against George. And Edwards, here we go.
Oh, just an artful little reverse slam.
Power and style. That was sweet. And here's Jackson. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. Here's Leonard. And the dunk by Leonard.
And this is where PG, at his height, because of his size, has got that advantage to see over the defense and locate the open man.
McDaniels passes to Edwards. Back to Daniels. Russell finds Towns. Misses the 3. Los Angeles has gone 5 of 12 from three-point range tonight. And Leonard, here we go.
Oh, you could see it from the moment he caught the ball. Leonard looking to rise to the occasion, making the big shot to help the team out.
Oh, the go-ahead bucket, no good.
The defense better tighten up on the mid-range there. Much tighter. You expect him to make every single one of those.
Oh, that's a big bucket. Putting the offense on his shoulders right there.
Jackson down low. George passes to Jackson. Here's Morris. Yes, and a nice assist from Jackson. Morris has got 4 points this quarter for Minnesota. They've gotten 5 of 6 shots to go in the fourth. Gobert with a screen on George. Count the basket and the foul! It's going to be on even to Zubats.
Great timing and coordination. Lays it in coming off that pick.
And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Timberwolves.
They feel like they have an advantage inside, and so far they have done an excellent job exploiting it.
Their attacking of the offensive glass has also been a success story. All game long, they've been committed to finding those second chance opportunities. Man, I'll tell you what, the pressure is cranked up. Who better to call than this guy?
And Minnesota calls time here. 1:02 left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. Gobert, no good. A critical possession with time winding down.
Yep, this is their moment.
Jackson for three. Rudy Gobert with a rebound. Edwards against George. Zubats with it. Here's Leonard. And the shot no good. A bit short. Inside. Towns. Money.
Wow. That takes steady nerves right there.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. On the attack, Morris. Minnesota with a rebound. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Yeah, and that was a smart move. I mean, you have to foul right there. Just don't want them to run out the clock.
First free throw is good. And that makes it a 3-point lead.
And pretty reliable from the stripe. Cat accepts the responsibility of stepping up in these spots. And there's only one option. They need a triple.
Now, this is all from the perimeter and outside the arc here.
George passes to Jackson. Leonard on the wing. Fires the three. Oh, he had a chance there to send it to OT. But they... All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that about wraps it up. So... Doris, when you're playing in the same conference, the rivalry is real. These teams in particular have bumped heads for years.
Well, rivalries are built when something is at stake. And when you look at the entire history of this matchup, the peaks and valleys for each club, there's a little bit of distaste, which always makes for interesting viewing.
And the starting lineup for the Grizzlies. Moran and Bain in the backcourt together. Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. And it's Brooks in at the 3. Outside for Brooks. It's stolen by Leonard. Here's George. And the layup is good. George has got 5 now.
How about the dribble drive ability of Paul George? The quick handles for a guy his size.
Moran finds Jackson. Bain against George. Bain, no good. Now Los Angeles with it. It's a 5-point game. Leonard passes to Zubats. Back to Leonard. Oh, Brooks with the steal. And the Grizzlies pushing it up now. Here's Moran. Oh, and he can't cap off the break.
Boy, guys, it wasn't too long ago that the Los Angeles Clippers were the worst team in the league, but boy, have times changed. The Clippers are now an attractive organization for some stars.
Now here's George. He's got 5. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them. Making a statement here early, going right to the rack. Oh, I love it.
And this is why you get the ball into his hands. Let him establish the pace and rhythm of the game.
Jackson, and the dunk by Jackson.
This is his sweet spot. Reggie Jackson, when he puts it on the deck, he is quite comfortable.
I mean, a true transformation of the Clippers. They were that team that stars avoided.
They were, B.A., but I think that started to change back in 2011. The trade of CP3 to the Clippers, it started this new era. Then the ownership change helped it even further. And in one summer, let's remember, they signed both Kawhi and Paul George. Unreal transformation.
Jackson, pass to George. Back to Jackson. George, left side. Offline with a 3. The Grizzlies have gone 2 for 5 here in the first. With the crossover. Oh, he powers right through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul, too. And he'll go to the line. That one on Morris. A unique talent. Ja Morant has taken the NBA by storm. Grant, does Ja remind you of anyone?
Well, many people, including Paul George, have compared Ja to a young D. Rose. Yet each explosive athletes at the one position. Both Ja and Rose leading their teams at a young age as well.
Now here's George. 5 points in the game.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Here's Brooks. Kicks it out to Jackson. Pass to Adams. Now Brooks. Just 5 on the clock. To the middle. Good. And the setup by Morant.
We've watched Morant get so good at this. Instinctively spots the opening and feeds a really good shooter.
Now here's Leonard. First quarter of action. Just under 3.5 minutes played. And it's Ja Morant with the foul. That's his first foul of the game. A minute and a half left in the first quarter. Here's Leonard on the take. And Leonard throws it down hard.
Well, don't let Kawhi's quiet demeanor fool you. This guy has athleticism and explosiveness. How about that in style?
To the paint. Here's Morris.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
Something you can't deny about Marcus Morris. He is a passionate player.
On and off the court, this guy is highly competitive. He's a leader in the locker room. His playing style, to me, would fit with any organization. Smart and tough. You know, there's a toughness and an energy about Marcus Morris that elevates any team he plays for. This guy is an incredible teammate.
And despite the size mismatch, getting a little aggressive down there in the paint.
Some guys just relish the challenge. Find a way, and he does.
Put putting some extra juice on that tomahawk, fellas. No one is going to stop that.
Man, when he's coming in with that level of force, that's just too much right there. Now here's Leonard. Jackson outside. Pass to Leonard. Here's the three. The Grizzlies pull it in. Adams has got his 5th rebound in this one. 6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
Yeah, he tried to gain position, but couldn't quite get there.
The first one falls.
I think fans can appreciate Kawhi's understated and quiet personality because between the lines, there's a level of focus and competitive spirit, and most importantly, productivity that you can really appreciate.
Here's Morant. Leonard pulls down the board.
Great contest by the defender, but that's a dunk you've got to put down in his face.
Jackson outside. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Clippers ahead, up. And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And before we move on, what do you think about what we've seen from the Clippers?
Well, their offense is clicking so far, capturing the momentum here early on. Oh, incredible! B.A., I'm not sure he should be flaunting around the rim like that with this game so close.
Oh, it's risky, but it sure did look good. The kick out to Morris. George outside. Here's Leonard. Adams grabs the miss. Adams has got 6 rebounds now in the game. The three from Bain. The Clippers grab the miss. Morris for 3. Jackson finds Morris. Here he goes. Leonard for 3. And that comes off the assist by Morris. Leonard's got 7 points in the game.
Boy, the range of Kawhi's shooting just keeps getting deeper and deeper. He really stretches you out.
Jackson, pass to Adams. Here's Morant.
And then Morant with the jam. Just rising up to the rim.
Man, when he gets up there, he gets up there. You know what I'm saying? Pass to Morris. George with it. The kick out to Morris. 4-3. Oh, and another 3 for the Clippers.
Well, you can tell that Mr. Morris doesn't lack for confidence. This guy is ready to shoot as soon as it touches his hands.
Outside Bain. Here's Brooks. Jacks up at 3. Tries again. Here's Adams. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
You know, for most players, being a starter has value. But Grant, some elite teams have been elevated by great players who have accepted a reserve role.
And it's really special, B.A., when you have that. Players who are willing to sacrifice for the greater good of the team. Putting winning first at all costs. And you think about it, through the years, Manu Ginobili with the Spurs, Andre Iguodala in Golden State, it really can galvanize a team and lead to winning championships.
They grab their own miss. Pass to Bain. To the inside. Second shot opportunity. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Clippers.
Well, in today's NBA, the 3-point shot is so valuable. They realize this, and that's why they're continuing to drain as many as they can.
And the other thing I love, how they're making the extra pass. They're not settling for the first shot. They're going from good to great.
Leonard outside. This one for 3. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist. Leonard's got 6 here in the quarter.
Well, Paul George is such a solid all-around player. This guy can score it at an elite level, and he passes it well, too.
Jackson finds Brooks. And here's Adams. And it's slammed in by Adams.
Woo! BA, that's lit.
Ferocious all the way. Man, that was good. And there's the call on Reggie Jackson. That's his first foul.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
Zubats against Morant. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played.
Plays with so much confidence. When Morant gets in a zone, he stays aggressive.
Jackson against Morant. Jackson, pass to George. Three-pointer, no good.
No idea why he's attempting so many outside shots. It's not his day, and he needs to either look to drive or get it to an open teammate.
Outside for Brooks. Wide open. Memphis the rebound. Here's Jackson. And an intentional foul right there.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
1:03 left in the first half of this game. Morant, the pass to Adams. Oh, a beautiful reverse layup. Adams has got 7 points.
Listen, there is a touch and a confidence about Steven Adams. If he's in the paint, he will get it done.
Morris passes to George. Now here's Leonard. Morris outside. Clock at 6. Back to Leonard. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Leonard's got 8 points in the quarter.
Right now, the game is coming easy to Kawhi Leonard. He's in rhythm, and he knows it.
Morant with it, and it's Leonard picking him up. Brooks left side. Here's Bain. Pass to Adams. Morant against Zubats. There's Jackson with the three. Rebound by the Clippers. Here's George with the drive, and the layup is good off the glass. 9 points in the game.
Boy, there's a smoothness to Paul George's game. He's moving fast, but he makes it look easy.
And so it's Kawhi Leonard making, okay, Ali, appreciate it.
27, the Grizzlies, 24.
In that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. Oh, a fantastic game from Ja Morant in this one.
His whole first half looked like a highlight reel, rising up and just owning the rim.
Yeah, this guy, he plays fast, he's aggressive, and if you let him get to the cup, there is nothing that you can do about it.
Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Taylor Jenkins. John Conchar is out there with Tyus Jones. Then it's Brandon Clark. Then there's Danny Green. And it's Williams in at power forward. Here's Mann. And Danny Green gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Powell passes to Covington. Back to Powell. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Mann. The Clippers got to hurry. Late clock here. Powell, that's good. And the Clippers lead by 6.
Now, Norman Powell has proven to be capable as a scorer. All 3 levels are part of his game. That time goes to the 3 ball.
Jones, the pass to Williams. Covington grabs the board. Los Angeles has gone 5 of 12 from three-point range tonight. Back to Mann. The 3 is up. Grizzlies with the rebound. Outside, Green. Outside, Jones. It doesn't go for him. And Los Angeles the other way now. Covington inside. Williams defending. Here's Mann. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And now it's an 8-point Clipper lead.
Well, there's an aggressive mentality in play. Work in close, find a way to score.
Pass to Conchar. Williams on the wing, covered by Covington. Williams passes to Jones. Back to Williams. Over Covington. And again, Memphis no good.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
Here's man. Green covering. And Danny Green gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
And yeah, he still was moving at the point of contact.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. Pass to Wall. 5 to shoot. Here's man. Over Green.
This guy's got tremendous instincts and a tremendous wingspan. That is what makes Danny Green so good on the defensive end.
Well, a late second-round pick in 2019 out of Florida State, Terrence Mann has proven to be a steal, and he's going to be in this league for a long, long time.
Here's Conchar. Wall covering. Trying to get back on track. And it's Green missing. For Los Angeles, they've gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. Covington passes to Powell. Right side Wall. Back to Powell. Covington finds Powell. And here's Covington. Off target. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. And for Mann, proving he belongs earned him a 2-year, $22 million contract extension.
NBA, I love his game. An efficient scorer and good decision maker who doesn't try to do too much. He just makes it easy for coach to trust him with bigger minutes.
Pass to Mann. Out to Covington. Jones against Wall. Outside Covington. And they'll turn it over. Couldn't get the shot off. A shot clock violation. Memphis trailing here. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. That one's off.
Shooting for Memphis, Johnny Conchar at the line for 2.
And the second free throw is good. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Wall, the pass to Covington. Now Powell. Let's go with a 3. Knocks down the long J. Powell's got 6.
Well, on the catch and shoot, Norman Powell ready to rise and fire.
Down low. Here's Clark. The shot misses. Batum with the defensive effort. Los Angeles has gone 6 of 14 from the perimeter tonight. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Covington finds Wall. Green with the defensive effort. Wall against Jones. Outside, Green. Back to Jones. Outside, Green. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. The Clippers in the lead. Wall and Powell are the backcourt duo. Robert Covington is out there with Terrence Mann. And it's Batum in at the 5. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Covington passes to Batum. On the wing man. The 3. Not going to go that time. Well, the Grizzlies shooting 41% in this game. And so they foul intentionally. And it's a completely new group for the Clippers.
Personal foul. First 2. 52
Morant against Jackson. And it's Morant missing. The Clippers shooting around 50% of the game so far. Here's George. The shot from the low post is good. And the Clippers lead by 10.
Paul George has excellent instincts in the paint. This guy has the size, the touch, complete offensive player.
And Morant gets it to go on the assist from Jackson.
Yeah, just doing his part. Staying active and converting at a high rate.
And he has really kept them in this one. The high effort level. Now the rest of the team has got to step up.
Pass to George. 6 to shoot. Morris outside. The 3. It's rebounded by Memphis. Adams has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Morant with it. Guarded now by Morris. And stolen by Leonard. In transition, here come the Clippers. Jackson, the pass to George. And so he draws the foul. Headed to the line to shoot a pair. It's on Desmond Bane.
Boy, when we talk about those elite two-way threats, Paul George's name is certainly high on everyone's list.
Both good from the line that time. And we know how dominant George can be on both ends of the floor, Doris.
Well, consider he's a great scorer, a 3-level scorer, and then he's able to guard perimeter and post players. That combination of size, length, athleticism, he continues to be a major threat in this league.
Brooks, the pass to Jackson. Oh, the Grizzlies get it back. Here's Bane. It's tipped. Jackson against Morris. Yes, and a nice assist from Jackson.
How about that pass from Reggie Jackson? Right on the money, folks.
Morant, the pass to Jackson. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. And that one drops for him. We're in the fourth quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by. George outside. Morris on the wing. Jackson outside. Morris on the wing. Back to Jackson. Pass to George. The rebound by Jackson. Jackson's got his 4th rebound in this one. The drive by Morant. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
The quick feet of Morant. He's so dangerous when he's cutting to the rim.
Out to Leonard. Morris outside. It's George on the wing. Unloads. Ooh, the turnaround jumper. Count it. George has got 6 points in the quarter.
And just totally relentless. Only increasing the intensity level.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. Lock in on the moment and play the right way.
There you go. He's a monster at the rim.
So athletic. Obviously, he plays on the attack. Jackson, pass to Leonard. Now here's Morris. Fires it. Grizzlies with the rebound. Adams has got rebound number 12 here already in the game. On the wing, Brooks. Back to Morant. Brooks outside. Jackson outside. And he gets it to go.
I love the strength shown by Jackson there, refusing to let the defense have the last word.
Up top, Jackson. It's George on the wing. Lets it fly. Jackson can't get it to go.
Listen, that's a shot he can make, but obviously the defense okay letting him shoot it.
Bane against George. And here's Morant outside. It's rebounded by Morris.
Just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Here's Jackson. Count it!
And that could really be the game-changing moment.
I agree. What a turn of events.
If anyone wants to know where the momentum turned, that may have been it right there.
And here's Jackson. And he lobs it up to the rim. Oh, it's stolen by Adams. And now the Grizzlies on the run. Bane, no good. So a close game sees the Clippers taking this one. Boy, thanks, Alec. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our...
into the arena earlier on. And on the floor tonight, a collection of some of the league's brightest young players. And make no mistake about it, these guys are a work in progress, but the talent is undeniable. Can't wait to see who becomes the alpha dog in this group.
Now look at Memphis's starting group. The wingmen are Bain and Brooks. Adams is the pivot for him with Jackson Jr. at the 4. And it's Morant in at the 1 spot. Gobert with the block.
And that's why you want Gobert on the floor. He's as good defensively as any big you will ever see.
And here are the Grizzlies now. Here's Bain. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. Russell passes to Towns. It's stolen by Adams. Outside, Bain. Back to Brooks. Gobert with the block. Morant against Edmonds. And again, Minnesota will turn it over.
And now in the final year of his contract, D'Angelo Russell trying to get back to that all-star level and the promise that got him that last 4-year deal.
Here's Morant. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
A point guard with length. Morant can do a little bit more than just handle himself inside.
Russell dishes to Towns and hammers that one down right in the face of Jaren Jackson.
How about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up. Morant, it's stolen by Gobert. Now, here's McDaniels. Brooks covering. And there's the foul. It's on Steven Adams. That's his first foul.
It's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
And that replay showed just how forceful that block was.
And an early swat like that can really set the tone. Now the shooters will be feeling his presence.
Hands it from downtown. And after a lackluster performance in last year's playoff, Russell has some making up to do.
Yeah, and the efficiency has been a problem. Now, if you're a player whose primary value is at the offensive end, you can't just be a volume scorer.
A 3 from Morant. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Oh, Morant sinks the answer with authority. He's feeling the competitive fire after that last trade.
Edwards drives in.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, you can give up some size, but that shows you how fearless he is, willing to attack the basket no matter who is in front of him.
Morant with the bucket.
So flashy with the rock. Morant takes pleasure in slicing and dicing the D to pieces.
Towns, a screen on Morant. Russell kicks to McDaniel. To Gobert. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Morant. That is his first foul of the game. Outside, Edwards. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Russell's got 3 assists now in this one.
And I like Russell's ability to create for others. He does what's best for the team.
McDaniels passes to Gobert. Stolen by Brooks. To the inside. Here's Jackson. Tries again. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Oh, a tricky move by Jackson Jr. Using a full fake to get the defender off balance.
It's his first trip to the line.
And for proof of what Morant's done for the Memphis franchise, look at the offensive numbers. Grizzlies have made huge steps forward every year.
Offensive rebound, Gobert. And finished off by Gobert.
And just an excellent rebounder. Gobert is so good at using that incredible wingspan to track down those additional scoring opportunities.
Here's Morant. And another miss by Memphis. Greg, the improvement since Morant arrived has been very steady.
And the Grizzlies went from the 20th rated offense in his rookie season to number 16 in his second year, and then all the way up to number 5 last season. Ja has turned him into a powerhouse.
Fires from deep. Good on the triple. Morant's got a couple of threes now in the first for Memphis.
Look, when you're as explosive as Ja, then opponents are going to let you take shots from deep.
Russell passes to Gobert. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. One's on Morant.
Yeah, easy call.
The Timberwolves shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
Morant surveying the D. And the dunk by Jackson.
And you see the unselfishness from Morant, wanting to share that ball with any open teammate.
Outside, Towns. Lets it go with the 3. Grizzlies with the rebound. Jackson down low. Out to Morant. He got it up. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. Tie game in Minnesota. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter. And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And looking at what we've seen from the Timberwolves, what do you guys think?
Attacking, drawing fouls. They won that first quarter at the line.
Hoping to continue that success from the line throughout this one.
Taking a look at the Grizzlies. In at the guard spots, Morant and Bane. At the forward spots, it's Brooks and Jackson Jr. And it's Adams in at the 5 down low.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Yeah, when the game is up for grabs like this one has been, it's all about the attention to detail.
And one of the biggest stories of the summer was Rudy Gobert being traded. Gets a fresh start with the Timberwolves. And the assets traded by the Wolves for Rudy Gobert surprised a lot of people. In essence, 5 first-round picks, 3 of them unprotected. They better hope this thing works out. A lot riding on it.
Brooks, the pass to Bane. Back to Brooks. Shot clock at 6. Grant. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Ja Morant impressed as a rookie, but in 2022, he really started blowing the roof off.
He's been doing some tremendous things. And how about a 52-point game in February that year? Only 12 of those points came from threes. That's a lot of buckets.
For 3, Edwards in the hoop for his 3rd make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest.
And this is big for Edwards' confidence, wanting to keep hitting from downtown and stretching that defense.
3-pointer, Brooks. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Outside, Edwards. Towns controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And how about Towns there taking full advantage of that size, just dominating the glass on that second chance opportunity.
Here's Morant. And finished off by Morant.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. The 3. That shot is off. And Memphis the other way now. Brooks, the pass to Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
We talk about Jackson's elite shooting for a big, but this is the other thing that he can do when his mindset is to attack.
Russell dishes to Towns. Towns is doubled. Uncovered. And the shot is long.
I'm trying to think of the last time I saw him miss a shot like that. It's been a while.
And finished off by Morant.
It's been all about Ja tonight. Can score in so many different ways.
Russell against Morant. Here's Gobert. Misses the wing chair. Memphis leading by 3. Right there in a rhythm offensively, really cooking.
And the opposition looks helpless to stop them right now.
Here's Jackson. And Karl Anthony Towns pulls it down. Towns has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Edwards drives in. And Towns throws it down.
And that's just too easy for Towns. You allow him to get that deep in the paint, then he's going to punish him.
Here's Morant. And finished off by Morant.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
A point guard getting up like that? Boy, that is special.
Here's Towns. And Desmond Bane pulls it down. And Morant gets it to go on the assist by Bane. Now it's a 5-point Memphis lead. Edwards looking it over. From outside, off the mark.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Outside, Bane. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Edwards.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
And deflections, they're a stat that all teams track. They show who is the most active defensively.
Here's Morant. Gobert with the block. McDaniels with the ball. It's picked up by Brooks. And the rebound by Jaren Jackson. And so Morant will bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. 5-point lead, the biggest of the game. Rebound, Minnesota.
Just enough resistance to force the miss. Barely. That's one he'll generally make.
And the dunk by Towns.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
Outside Jackson. It's Morant in the corner. And he lays it straight in. Morant's got the lead up to 5 now for Memphis.
The team first mindset of Jackson, willing to get the ball to his open guys.
Edwards finds McDaniel. Edwards inside, off on the layup. John Morant has been leading the charge, guys, for Memphis. He has really delivered. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now. Through this one, plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Guys, John Morant has been sensational.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
I like how they came into this one with the game plan, and they're just going out and executing it. Terrific job.
Anderson is out there with Naz Reid. And it's Taurean Prince. And it's McLaughlin in at the point guard. So that's the Timberwolves 5. One word you always hear the Grizzly players mention is chemistry.
Yeah, you can't fake chemistry. And it's true. When you ask these guys what makes their team special, they point out what a tight-knit group they are. Some people might not think chemistry is a big deal, but it is huge when it comes to this league.
And one thing is, if you look on paper, it could feel like there's chemistry. But as you know, sometimes it doesn't translate to the real world.
No, it does not translate. And then after that, if you don't have chemistry, you better have professionals.
Just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
Williams inside, defended by Anderson. And Green with the basket on the assist by Williams. Green's got the lead back up to 5 now for the Grizzlies. McLaughlin, the pass to Prince. To the wing right side. And here's Anderson for 3. That shot off. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way. Green, the pass to Clark. And now Minnesota on the fast break. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to go on Tyus Jones.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
When you think of half-court offenses in general, Greg, how critical is ball and player movement to a team's success?
Kevin, unless you have incredible isolation scores, it's essential. Even then, keeping the defense rotating and reacting is the best way to create open looks and offensive rebound opportunities.
Great recognition of the mismatch, abusing the smaller defender. Quarter guy.
Out to the wing. Here's Noel. Trains it from beyond the arc.
This is why you always have to chase guys off the arc, because everyone has a three-point shot.
Jones kicks to Williams. Passes it to Concho. Over in the corner, Green. Outside Williams. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Concho can't get it to go. Timberwolves trail by 3. To the paint. Very pretty alley-oop layup.
Goodness, say that. I want to see that again.
Me too. Just absolutely beautiful. Jones, the pass to Williams. Clark inside. Guarded by Reed. Williams kicks to Jones. Anderson against Williams. Clark inside. Second shot, and the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
And that is an absolute heartbreaker of a turnover. In a close game like this, that might be enough to impact how it ends.
Here's McLaughlin, defended by Jones. McLaughlin, the pass to Reed, and out of bounds as Memphis gains possession. A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now, here in the third. Jones, the pass to Concho. Reed with the block. And that'll be Memphis as it goes out of bounds. Grizzlies retain possession. And so it's Memphis with it. It's a 1-point game. Clark dishes to Green. The rebound by Prince. Minnesota's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. The Timberwolves secured a spot in the playoffs last season, Greg, and we enjoyed it after they got that emotional win in the play-in game in the Twin Cities over the Clippers. What a night.
And Kevin, you could tell it meant a lot to the players. This is a team that has struggled for so long, and by getting to the playoffs, this is a step in the right direction. Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
And that's a block right there. He swats that ball away with some energy.
Sharp instincts on D there. Just timing when to rise up and swat that one away.
Guys, what a back-and-forth game this has been.
And that's already resulted in 7 lead changes.
Here's Concho. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Green passes to Clark. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark. Timberwolves have gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. A nice shot by Anderson.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Here's Concho. Green, the pass to Concho. He feeds it to Clark. Stolen by Reed.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Yeah, it's all about clock management with these situations. Let's see how it plays out.
Kicks it out to Prince. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. Timberwolves lead by 3. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for us.
You've got to admire the vision just as much as the accuracy. Not many players can even spot that pass.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. On the court for Memphis to start the fourth. Green is out there with Williams. Then it's Jones. Then it's Brandon Clark. And it's Conchar into the shooting guard position.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Here's Morant. And closing the shot, even with the foul. Now the 2 free throws.
In terms of entertainment factor, can any current player top Ja Morant? I mean, we've seen Ja with some vicious in-game throwdown.
Hey, Greg, talking about the great Ja Morant, this guy is just flat out fun to watch.
Well, Ja's been known to go off for 50 on any given night, but he also looks for others, dropping some nasty dimes. Morant has an insane combination of athleticism and skill. This guy can do anything.
That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
Bain kicks to Jackson. Back to Bain, beyond the arc. It's good, the assist this time from Jackson.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Here's Edwards, and finished off by Edwards.
And what a creative finisher. Edwards is so fast in how he gets up to throw it down.
Morant drives in. That shot misses. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. Down low. And the dunk by Towns.
And the way Towns makes scoring look effortless, it's what makes him one of the game's best players.
Jackson against Towns. Now here's Brooks. Guarded closer. Here's Jackson. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
This is where you want Jackson Jr. going to town. He's got a nice soft touch around the rim.
The kick out to Towns. Outside Russell. Over in the corner, Edwards. Back to Russell. Here's Gobert. It's rebounded by Memphis.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Out to Brooks. Outside, Bain. A three-pointer off the mark.
You know, the ill-advised threes isn't how you want to close the gap. They've got to have better shot selection.
Russell against Brooks. A three from Morant. And it's Russell with the rebound. Russell's got his 4th rebound in this one. Edwards passes to Towns. He moves, and Towns throws it down.
And showing he can make plays for others. Edwards moving it with conviction.
Here's the pass to Jackson. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Jackson's got 5 points now this quarter.
Won't shy away from the big moment. No hesitation from Jackson Jr. on that shot.
Russell passes to Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
It's Gobert showing some guts on that one. With that length, a good bet to get off a good look in that crucial moment.
To the middle, Jackson finds Bain. Morant against Russell. And finished off by Morant.
And this is where Morant really shines. The bigger the moment, the more he wants to capitalize.
To Russell. The trade. And another three for Minnesota.
And there's the punchline. Russell delivers it on point in style.
Morant passes to Jackson. And the Grizzlies take on 2 more.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
And his team needs every bit of his production if they want to pull this one out. It is neck and neck here in the final period.
Edwards dishes to McDaniels. Back to Edwards. There's the feature Gobert. Second chance effort. Edwards passes to Gobert. McDaniels pitch to Russell. Morant with the steal. From deep, Brooks. Money! And that shot brings them to within just one.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
Towns with it. Already down by Jackson. Russell passes to Gobert. Out to Edwards. 5 on the clock. Yes!
And he is built to be the man for this team. Edwards answering the bell and executing.
Brooks, left side. Outside Jackson. The 3 from Morant. Outside Jackson. For the tie. Oh, he had a chance there to send it to overtime, but they come up, and David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you.
Teams here that know a thing or two about ball movement, Grant.
Yeah, they really do. I mean, there's a great feel that these teams play with. Two of the smartest teams in the league. They focus on sharing the basketball and keeping everyone involved. This is a matchup for the purist.
So the opening lineup here for the Clippers. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubats play together in the front court. And it's Jackson in at the point.
Good read from Paul George. He's very skilled at realizing when he should make these passes.
The three from Russell. Wing shot on the way. George with a steal. Morris with it. Towns covering. Now here's George. Jackson outside. Back to George. Shot clock at 2. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
What a silky move by Paul George. He really had the ball on a string. In terms of offense, the Clippers have been up and down in recent years. When they're healthy, they're dangerous. When they're not, it's a struggle.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Stolen by Russell. Here we go. Pass to Gobert. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
It doesn't get any easier than that for Rudy Gobert. His size is sometimes overpowering.
And Smitty, with the Clippers, it shows how important depth is to an NBA offense.
Yeah, you know this. It's great to have a powerful first unit. But if your second unit can't carry its weight, it's a fragile situation.
Edwards against Leonard. Here's Gobert. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
A much more physical player now than when he first entered the league. Gobert powering it home.
Jackson against Russell. And there's a 3-second violation. The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 3 so far from the floor. Right now, firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, there's a nice flow to this offense right now.
Here's Towns, and it's powered home by Towns.
I'll tell you what, that cat was strong and physical. Woo, I'm not sure how you can effectively stop Towns around the basket.
Leonard finds Morris. Back to Leonard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Clippers got to hurry. Late clock here. George for 3. Towns with a rebound. And here's Minnesota now. Right now on a 9-0 run. McDaniels from long range. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. No good on that one. Time called here. Los Angeles decides to talk it over.
There's no way coach likes this effort level. They need to refocus.
It's so easy to get run over when you lose even a little edge. Look for them to come out much more aggressive.
And he's good on the second. Jackson with it. 1:51 left in the first quarter. Oh, it's stolen by Towns. Ooh, Morris with a steal. For 3, George. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
Defense dodged the bullet that time. Total breakdown.
A true utility player, Smitty. Marcus Morris brings a diverse skill set to the court.
He does. Marcus is a hard-nosed, gritty defender who can play either forward spot or even center at times. Plus, he's a reliable scorer and a solid three-point shooter.
Now here's Morris. They need this. Towns with a rebound.
Well, you got to miss sometimes, but that one seemed like a gimme.
There's 53 seconds left to play in the first quarter. George with a steal. Zubats with it. Towns covering. Here's Morris. Rudy Gobert with a rebound. The Timberwolves have gone 4 of 5 so far. Looking sharp. Nice move. And it's powered home by Towns.
And this is exactly how Russell does solid assist numbers. I mean, just great delivery on that play.
Timeout called, the Clippers.
Yeah, hoping to tap into something that'll get them clicking.
Yeah, these guys need to work together as a team, as a unit. Try and carve out some easy buckets.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Jackson, right side. McDaniels against Leonard. George for three. Clock at 6. Here's Morris. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
That was a clever move, slicing his way past the taller defender and finishing with some flavor.
Pass to Towns. Back to Russell. It's good if it goes. Ooh, he drains the 3, but let's see. They may need to review it. I'm not sure the ball was out of his hand in time. And indeed,
The previous play
be certain he beat the buzzer.
Tough call to make in real time. I mean, good thing they can go and slow it down and look at it again, because this is so important.
The ruling on the floor is overturned.
And after reviewing the play, it looks like they're overturning the call here. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves with a 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. Getting lots of great looks, shooting it well. That's why they're up. We'll be right back. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And let's take a moment here to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Timberwolves.
For me, they made a point to attack inside early in the game, and it's paid off for them. A lot of solid looks in the paint.
They've also been quick to set up their teammates, wasting no time making the extra pass for the open look.
Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. Filling in the wings, Edwards and McDaniels. And it's Russell in at the 1. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Pass to George. Leonard for 3. Minnesota with a rebound. Outside Edwards. Here's Gobert. Edwards, a pass to Towns. Outside McDaniels. His first shot coming late. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Towns.
Off on the timing, or it may have been a miscommunication. Either way, turnover.
And we played through the first minute here in the second. Jackson finds George. Jackson against Russell. Jackson, pass to Leonard. It's George with the drive. Oh, and the dunk by George!
Insane move by Paul George, a high flyer who can create in midair. And coming into the league, Kawhi Leonard was viewed as a raw prospect, a solid athlete and defender, but someone that needed to work on his jump. I'll tell you, at his size, once he gets it in there, it's over.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Well, guys, with the yearly roster moves, it might be hard for the casual fan to keep track. But Commissioner Silver said it's a necessary side effect. He said, quote, "We tried to tie performance to pay in a closer way, and I think that's what we see with shorter contracts." Brian, more player movement has been the result.
Yeah, good point, Allie. Thanks.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. Well, Smitty, there's no question Kawhi has put a lot of hours into developing his jump shot.
And you see the results now. He's become one of the game's elite scorers because of the hard work he put in, even becoming lethal from outside the arc.
You know, in baseball, Grant, they have a term, a 5-tool player. In the NBA these days, it's similar. You need those well-rounded players to succeed.
I like the baseball reference, but you're spot on, B.A. It's all about bringing versatility to the game. Players that can shoot, pass, dribble, defend, and rebound. And I'll throw it even in their lead and play selfless basketball. Those kind of guys that can do it all, that's a recipe for success in the NBA.
Jackson, the pass to George. Leonard against McDaniels. Now George kicks it out to Jackson. Just 3 to shoot. Morris for 3. And it's Gobert with a rebound. The Timberwolves have gotten off to a perfect 4-for-4 start of the second. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
Inside the paint, Russell stays so nimble, helping him get such a high percentage look.
Los Angeles has gone 0 for 3 from deep to begin the second. Leonard outside. Jackson, the pass to George. Leonard for 3. And the Clippers miss again.
Those are precisely the looks this team is trying to create.
You know, if you get the ball to the right guy in the right spot, more often than not, you're coming away with points.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
This has been an impressive performance tonight. Even with a big lead, they maintain their focus. High offensive IQ. He makes great reads and adjustments on the fly.
Pass to Towns from the arc. Kawhi Leonard comes up with a rebound. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 4 from three-point land here in the second. George outside. Here's Jackson. Back to George. Leonard against McDaniels. Leonard passes to George. From outside the arc. Oh, and another 3 for the Clippers.
Good vision, good decision by Reggie. Pushing for a better shot, finds an open man.
Gobert with a screen on Jackson. Here's Russell, and a nice finish on the layup. Russell's got 4 points this quarter.
Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there.
A nice shot by Morris. The Timberwolves have gone 7 for 8 now in the second quarter. Pass to Edwards. All alone. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
The defense was begging him to take that shot, and he took the bait, but you can't blame him.
Back to Leonard. Takes it inside. And so it's Minnesota going into the break up 12. How about the way they've attacked them? And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Paul George has been sensational.
He's been so disruptive defensively in the first half. His fast hands pick plenty of pockets.
Well, if you want to get into your offense quickly before the defense can set up, creating turnovers is a great way to do it.
Checking out the group for Ty Lue to start the second half. Ball and Powell are the backcourt duo. Robert Covington is out there with Terrence Mann. And it's Batum in at the 5 spot. Anderson for 3. Stolen by Wall. Covington passes to Batum. Out to Covington. Out of bounds. It'll be Timberwolves ball.
Unforced errors. These are the kinds of things that break momentum.
It's stolen by Wall. That one's good for 2. Wall's got his first bucket in this one.
Assertive play by Wall inside, pushing hard to find himself a shot.
Here's McLaughlin. Wall covering. Pass to Anderson. Over Covington. That shot off the mark. And the Clippers will come the other way.
From an early age, Terrence Mann has been around hoops. His mom was a long-time college head coach and now an assistant in the WNBA.
Wall. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It's going to be on Nas Reed.
And after a series of major injuries, Wall still remains one of the more athletic players in this league.
And so Wall nails them both. Well, for a kid growing up like Man did, institutional knowledge, having a parent as a coach.
It's a gift, BA. The ability to play hoops with someone who knows what they're talking about. Terrence is such a skilled player, and he puts in the work. And listen to your mom, young fellas.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Listen, put the ball in the hands of your best scorers and let them go to work. Keep it simple.
Here's Wall. McLaughlin with the rebound. The Timberwolves shooting a sensational 78% from the field in this game. Third quarter of play with just over 1.5 minutes gone by. Back to Prince. Pass to McLaughlin. Shot clock at 5. Anderson for 3. Reed, it's good on the putback.
Just an absolute force on the glass. He was not going to be denied.
Now Covington, three-pointer, nails it from beyond the arc. Covington's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Here's McLaughlin, Wall covering. Pass to Prince. Kicks it out to Anderson. Again, the Timberwolves score. Now we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Outside Wall. Batum sets a screen.
Standing at 6'4", Wall is a big point guard. That size, along with his handles, help him operate inside.
And he makes the first. No good on the second free throw. The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 5 from the field in this third quarter. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Well, guys.
And coach doesn't like the call at all. He's opting to use his challenge. He wants the officials to look at the replay.
People were worried that this would slow the action down. But with so many close calls in every game, the NBA was...
The previous play is
in
under
2019.
review.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look.
After review, the ruling on the floor stands.
And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
First free throw is good. And so he makes both from the line. The Clippers have got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter. Out to Powell. Back to Wall. Pass to Covington. Now here's Wall. Tightly guarded for 3. Powell. And out of bounds. Minnesota will have it. .152 left in the third. Here's McLaughlin. Wall covering. Here's Noel. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. No good on the free throw.
At the line for Minnesota,
And that trip coming up empty. Missing both.
Very surprised he couldn't capitalize on those shots. You don't see that often.
And the jam by Covington.
Getting to the rim, Covington has hot when he needs it.
Here's McLaughlin. Wall covering. Here's Anderson. Pass to Reed. Uses the glass on the layup. Reed's got 6 points in the quarter.
Sometimes with that much of a height advantage, resistance is futile.
Here's Wall. Banked it in off the glass.
Still possesses impressive quickness. When Wall charges inside, he's tough to stop from scoring.
Here's McLaughlin. Wall covering. And Dennis McLaughlin missing. The Clippers have gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to go since the break. Here's Covington, and the jam by Covington.
Showing some tenacity on that take. Robert Covington with the athleticism on that play.
And he lobs it up top. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a 3-point play.
That's why you keep your head up. If the assist is there, you can pounce.
The free throw drops for Anderson. For Los Angeles, they've got 5 of 6 shots to fall so far in the third. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Out to Powell. Fires from deep. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Powell.
This is what we talk about, valuing each possession, avoiding those kinds of mistakes.
The Timberwolves shooting has been ridiculous. 75% in this game. And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Good on both.
Yeah, so talented. There's very little Russell can't do. It's just about the consistency, but the talent is all there.
George outside. Over Edwards. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves in a good situation, up by 13. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Yeah, you also have the location of the pass. Puts it right where it needs to be, where his man can do something with it.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Filling in the wings, Edwards and McDaniels. Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. And it's Russell in at the 1 spot. So that's the lineup from Minnesota.
Rudy showing us what you get when you put size and creativity together.
Kicks it to George. The 3 is up. Karl Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound. Towns has got his 5th rebound in this one. Russell to pass to Gobert. Here's Towns. Pass to Russell. Zubats against Towns. 3-pointer off the mark. Los Angeles has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Morris with it. Towns covering. George for 3. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Towns has got his 6th rebound on the night. Inside. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
We're watching the offensive development by Rudy Gobert. He is exploding tonight.
Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
They are dominating the paint in this one. Consistent work inside throughout the game.
Another big factor for them has been their ability to get points off of turnovers. The easiest offense is created by good defense.
The all-around game Paul George possesses is so special. His versatility is what makes him so valuable.
McDaniels inside. George defending. Gobert passes to McDaniels. 2 on the clock. Towns for 3. Kept alive by Minnesota. Russell finds Towns. Back to Russell. That's in. Coming off an assist from Towns. Towns has got 3 assists in the game.
Yeah, just a solid passer. Towns relishes his role as leader of this team, wanting to set up his teammates.
And the first one at the line is good. George hits them both. The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 5 since this fourth quarter started. A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Russell the pass to Edwards. McDaniels with it. Poke loose. Leonard with the ball. Now guarded by McDaniels. George against Edwards. Here's Leonard. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
And Kawhi Leonard, one of 3 perimeter players to win back-to-back Defensive Player of the Year awards. It's him, Sidney Moncrief, and a young Dennis Rodman.
And Leonard drops them both. And for his career, Kawhi Leonard has more steals than fouls, Greg.
You know, B.A., he and Jimmy Butler, I believe, the only 2 players to achieve that after a decade in the league. A pretty remarkable achievement.
Edwards, the pass to Gobert. That shot is off. Great D that time from Zubats. Down low. Here's Morris. And he banks in the layup.
Well, Paul knows the defense is locked in on him, so he takes advantage and finds the open man.
Russell against Jackson. Downs passes to McDaniels. Outside Edwards. 4 on the clock. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. And the Timberwolves lead by 14.
And this is what you want to do when you've got a big lead. You must stay aggressive.
I'm impressed with their intensity tonight. They came in focused and they executed.
Morris passes to Jackson. Morris against Towns. And that one goes. He's now recorded his 5th bucket in 8 tries.
This dude is capable of some memorable moves. He's showing off and having a little fun.
Zubats finds Morris. For Minnesota, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field in the 4th quarter.
And there's no way this margin gets closed down. Great execution of a game plan and a nice win here for the Timberwolves.
And of course, they really dominated in the paint tonight.
They obviously came in looking to impose their will, attack the heart and soul of that defense, and it led to a lot of good looks.
And propelling them to a solid win, it was a night of big plays for Karl Anthony Towns.
What was impressive to me, it felt like he made an impact in so many areas. Some of the effort won't show up in the stat sheet, but I noticed it.
Leaving nothing to chance. This run shutting the door on.
Not messing around at all. They were focused, relentless, and they got the job done.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock and the game clock. Throws it up high, and the lob disrupted. Not to be. Leonard on the wing. The layup misses. To the paint. Stolen by Jackson. To the middle. Baseline jumper. George, good.
He doesn't need much time to get his shot off. Paul George is a dependable catch-and-shoot option.
And so it's Minnesota easily grabbing this one. This one was a fun one to watch. They were clearly in the driver's seat down the stretch.
Always fun to be on the call for one of these games, Brent. Conference rivals going at it. So much emotion. Teams that are very familiar with each other.
I love it, Kevin, and I'm so happy to be here with you for this one. This is going to be awesome. You don't get a lot of games like this so hyped where the crowd is really into it. So let's move up a little bit and sit on the edge of our seat, should we?
Here are the five for the Clippers. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubats. And it's Jackson in at the point. Now Now here's Morant. Just 5 to shoot. Brooks finds Morant. Bane inside the three-point line. Rebound by the Clippers. Leonard inside. Guarded by Bane. Zubac the pass to Morris. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Here's George.
Paul George dunk contest? He's maybe a little older, but I love to see him get up.
And when you look at Paul George, I mean, he's been in the middle of a couple monster trades.
Well, PG exchanged for 2 future All-Stars in Sabonis and Oladipo going to Indy. And then that massive trade to LA, the Thunder got SGA, a boatload of picks. It just shows you how much value Paul George has. And trust me, he's very much valued by the team he's on. Just deadly from outside. PG getting some space, does not hesitate there.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more. And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
Yeah, 76% from the line a season ago, and most would consider that to be a success.
Brent, looking back, the Clippers have really put things together over the last decade.
They have injuries have been a factor the past couple of seasons, so they haven't competed at the level certainly that their owner wants to, but they're trying to keep this core group of guys together. And, if they do that and they get help, there's a lot of talent there and a lot of guys who've done it on the biggest of stages.
And that is quickly becoming Jackson's domain. He's such a strong finisher in the paint.
Pass to Leonard. Doesn't go for it. And the Grizzlies going the other way now. Brooks with it. Leonard picks him up. Inside. Grant. They tee that time from Leonard.
Yeah, better than giving up the layup. You want to go in there and use the hard foul. They did it there. That's aggressive attitude defensively.
Now, here's George. 5 points in the game. Over in the corner, Zubac with the fadeaway. Rebounded by Jackson.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Morant kicks to Jackson. Three-pointer, Brooks. It's rebounded by Leonard. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. George passes to Zubac. Outside, George. Outside for Jackson. Shot clock at 5. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
And this is who he has become. Leonard with the great body control takes the hit and still able to sink the shot and one.
Amazing the way Kawhi Leonard has evolved throughout his career.
Well, in the early part of his career playing in San Antonio, defense was his calling card. You could even argue that his offense has gotten better than his defense, which is simply remarkable. One of the top all-around players in the NBA. We've seen George hit some threes from way downtown before, and he's at it again.
Outside Jackson. Morant outside. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And this is his second trip to the line tonight. And he makes the first.
Morant's brought a lot of excitement. He almost always makes the night's highlight reel. He is what I'd call an elite showman.
Well, Greg, with this Memphis Grizzlies team, you like how young and how hungry they are. It's very appealing.
And these players have bought into the system. This is a selfless group that knows each other's strengths, and it's why they've seen so much success here of late.
And here's Morant. Kawhi Leonard getting his 3 to go. Bane kicks to Morant. Can't hit that one. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Outside, Bane. Out to Morant. And then Morant crams it in.
Yeah, that's fire right there. Morant practicing for the dunk contest. I see you, young fella.
Kicks it out to Leonard. There's the three. The Grizzlies pull it in. Jackson's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Morant. Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound. Leonard's got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Zubac. On the wing, Jackson. Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for the Clippers. He notched. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. Hey guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Los Angeles?
Absolutely dialed in from beyond the arc so far in this one. The defense is surrendering the long-range shot here early on.
Well, not only that, but you love how unselfish they've been to start this game. That's going to get all the guys in a great flow and feeling good. So moving that ball around and scoring off assists, it's a nice way to play.
Here are the 5 the Clippers have to start the second. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Jackson at the point guard position.
You think about the growth of Kawhi Leonard's game, where in the first few seasons had very few assists as a playmaker, and now it's a key part of his game.
Morant passes to Bain. It's Brooks on the wing. He's covered by Leonard. And a wide open look for Bain. No good from outside. Clippers leading by 3. Now the pass to Zubac. Here's Leonard. The rebound by Steven Adams.
And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, you love the pressure he puts on the shooter.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy that you want to see on every possession throughout the game.
And how about the strength of Jackson there? Uses it whenever he's going up inside and fighting through the contact.
Now, here is Morris. Outside for Jackson. Morris with the ball. Guarded now by Jackson. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Steven Adams picks one up. I've heard it said, Greg, a coach can't give you confidence, but they can take it away. What's the meaning behind that?
Well, players at this level are naturally confident, but when coaches are always critical, it can take you out of your game. Makes you just start to think a little too much on the floor.
Now here's Morant. He's got 11. And Adams with the slam.
Adams, no hesitation, and right to the rim.
Jackson looking it over. Outside, George. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got his 5th assist in this one. Morant dishes to Jackson. Leonard with the steal. Left side, Jackson. Pass to Leonard. It's George on the wing. Back to Leonard. In the corner, George with it. 6 on the shot clock. Morris finds Leonard. Takes the 3. And the rebound by Jaren Jackson. Jackson's got 5 rebounds tonight. Now here's Morant for 3. It's good. The basket, he's now 5 for 9.
And relentless in his attack. Morant is wearing down the defense, putting up some huge numbers here tonight.
Now here's Jackson. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Outside for George. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. Grizzlies have gotten 4 of the first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Standing shooting. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Part of the lean years in Los Angeles, I was there, unfortunately. It's incredible to see that this franchise has become a better winning percentage team than the Lakers in the past decade.
And Brent, that Clippers turnaround, did you see that coming?
I mean, not in this way, Kevin. Certainly it's been a lot of outside factors that have gotten the Clippers to this point, but with the ownership and the enthusiasm behind what the owner brings to the table and wanting to make this team viable, they're in position to make some great noise if they find their health. So healthy for the league to have two teams in LA that can be this good.
100 kicks to Zubats. Leonard against Jackson. Morris, left side. Bain against George. And here's Morris for three. The shot's good on the assist by George. Morris has got a pair of triples in the second now for the Clippers. Now here's Morant. 14 points for him. Outside Jackson. Outside Bain. And the rejection by Zubats. Outside Jackson. And he drives in. Outside for George. Puts up a three. And it's Morant with the rebound. Memphis trailing here. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And it's good. 2 points. 6 points for Jaren Jackson.
Who's the best young catalyst in the game? Some people will say Doncic. Some will say Trae Young. And some might even say Ja Morant.
Morris. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That's on Jaren Jackson.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. Stolen by George. It's a tie game in Memphis. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from. All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. First half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Guys, Ja Morant has been sensational.
It's something that isn't his strength, but he's done a great job of finding the open man.
Well, if we were grading playmaking today, it's an A+ from him.
At the forward spots, it's Brooks and Jackson Jr. In at the guard spots, Morant and Bain. And it's Adams, and at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis.
And if you give Batum some time to survey the floor, he'll find an open teammate.
Morant kicks to Bain. Out to Morant. Fires for three. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
There's Jackson with the three. Shot clock at 3. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wall. So Memphis ends up going with the new group. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Jones, the pass to Aldama. Here's Tillman, defended by Batum. Tillman's shot is off.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he laid it straight up and in.
And Wall with the slam.
Sometimes Wall seems just undeniable. Even the contact doesn't slow him down.
Now the Clippers trading last season for Norman Powell. And as they say, Greg, the rich get richer.
Yeah, an excellent two-way player. Their wing depth becoming the envy of the league. And he's just coming into his prime. So he fits the timeline of their star.
And now here comes Jones leading the break. Tillman's shot is off. Los Angeles leading by 5. Covington wide open. He fires. Off target from outside. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Conchar, the pass to Aldama. And again, Memphis no good. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Here's Covington. Banked in off the glass. Covington's got the lead up to 7 now for the Clippers.
Good to see Covington get in there and challenge the defense.
Jones, the pass to Aldama. Here's Conchar. Passes it to Aldama. Will it go? Conchar can't get it to go. Clippers have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. It's tipped. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. Clark, he's checked in for Tillman. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Covington kicks to Powell. Here's Wall. It's rebounded by Memphis. Pass to Conchar. Here's Aldama. The pass to Conchar. And he uses the glass on the layup. Conchar's got his first points in this one. Clippers leading by 5. Wall looking it over. Covington into the lane. Man passes to Powell. And there's the drive. Man gets the bucket.
Of all the action happening there, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
Jones dishes to Clark. And Clark slams it in.
Quick off the floor and powerful. Clark loves to attack that rim.
Kicks it out to Covington. And too long on the shot. The Grizzlies trail by 5. Clark left side. Good D by Covington. They have a chance to go 2 for 1 here.
Let's see how they play the clock.
Powell uses the glass to finish the layup.
Powell can play with some power. Even at 6'3", 6'4", he's got a good base.
Aldama passes to Green. That shot, no good. Great D that time from Powell. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game. Got a piece of it. Jones, the pass to Aldama. Back to Jones. Over to the left wing. Here's Aldama.
They worked hard to get this lead. Can't start giving up easy slams all of a sudden.
GA, that's right. And that was easy. Gift wrap for him.
We see this all too often. The team gets a huge lead, and then they're guarded.
And we reached the end of the third. The Clippers on top. They lead by 5. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. 3/10 quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the 4th. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. It's a 5-point game. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the 4th, the wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Jackson at the point. And with the 15th pick in the 2011 draft, Kawhi Leonard wasn't highly touted coming out of high school or college.
Listen, even in the pros, recognition took a while. How about this? He won Finals MVP and Defensive Player of the Year before he ever made an All-Star team. Now, one of the 75 greatest.
Morant kicks to Adams. Morant passes to Bing. Morant outside. 6 to shoot. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
High effort play by Morant. He refuses to let the foul stop him from getting the shot up.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Clippers leading by 5. Outside Jackson. And the wide open shot from Morris. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
And good recognition from Reggie, open teammate.
Morant passes to Brooks. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. All right, well, look at how the points have been generated so far. Scoring breakdown for the Clippers.
Well, I've been impressed with the ball movement all game long. They're really looking to just make that extra pass.
And it seemed like throughout this game, right after the jump ball, they've just been feeling it from distance, getting all the looks they want, and continuing to take advantage of that three-point line.
The Grizzlies trail by 6. Morant kicks to Bain. Back to Morant. Driving the lane. No good that time. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. Yep, it counts.
Steven Adams just a wrecking ball down there with his size and strength on the offensive glass.
Jackson against Morant. Jackson passes to Morris. Kicks it out to Leonard. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. 5 to shoot. Here's George. Zubac trying to break loose. The Grizzlies pull it in. Here's Morant. And they pick up 2.
How about the handles from the young fella? Give Morant credit for taking the initiative and capitalizing.
And the Clippers call time here. And at this point of the game, getting a break here, important for the teams to regroup. And for the players, this is where you have a chance to get rehydrated with Gatorade. Get ready to play strong to finish off the game. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, over the break, I was able to listen to Tyronn Lue's huddle. He said, this is what we play for, fellas. Let's knock them on their heels right out of the timeout. Show them how much you want it. Go get it. He really is fired up about this game.
Thank you, David. Here's Morant. And Morant throws it down.
Watching Morant drive is like watching lightning move across the sky. If you blink, you might miss it.
Jackson kicks to George. And it's George finishing it off.
Go ahead and lead him, Paul George. Stepping up, a huge shot at this moment in the game.
Morant passes to Jackson. Jackson against Morant. And there's the feed to Adams. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Morant's got his 4th assist in this one.
That doesn't happen all that often, but Steven Adams stepping up big here.
Out to Morris. Outside, George. Leonard on the wing. Back to George. And it's George finishing it off.
He's nice where he just decides to start dominating offensively, and Paul George making it look like that tonight.
Shakes him. And Morant throws it down.
True leader. You can tell Morant takes pride in stepping up when it matters most.
Jackson kicks to George. Leonard, that's for 2. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. And it's 9 points for Kawhi Leonard. Morant passes to Adams. Outside for Jackson. Morant against George. Jackson has the open look. And they'll get another chance. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
You're not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Here's Morant. Brooks outside. Jackson against Morant. And Adams kicks to Bain. 2 on the clock. And it's off from three-point range. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. The shot's good on the assist by Morris. And now a 6-point Los Angeles lead.
Yeah, Paul George sharpening his swords now. Love to see him take that shot.
On the wing, Bain. Top Morant, guarded by Jackson. Leonard with the steal. And now it's Leonard running. Here we go, all the way. Another one falls for the Clippers.
And right now, they're just focused on putting together good possessions.
That's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down, and game is fully in their control.
There's Jackson with the three. Off target. So the Clippers with the win. Truly guts it. All right, David. Great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks.
And we're expecting an intense battle in the front court tonight, Grant. Both teams with a lot of talent in those positions.
You know, BA, it'll be an interesting matchup here with the talent and size of their front court. It should make this game extra challenging for these squads. They can't just count on being the dominant force down low. They'll have to get a little creative.
So the opening lineup for the Timberwolves. Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. The backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards. And it's McDaniels in at the 3 spot. Now here's Edwards. Goes up on the wing. That falls. Nice assist by Russell.
And, you know, we need to keep seeing this from Edwards. It's encouraging to see him sink the mid-range J there.
Russell against Morant. And then Morant with the dunk.
And defensively, you have to make him work harder than this, or it's going to be a long night. You really don't want to allow him to get too comfortable, but even with stifling defense, he's going to still find a way to get it in the basket.
Gets the three to fall.
Exactly what you want from your point guard. Nice dime to the open teammate by Russell.
And you can tell how much these fans here in Memphis love their Grizzlies.
Yeah, I mean, VA, ever since they moved here in 2001, these fans have been so loyal. And the players will also enjoy playing here. Memphis is a fun-loving city with great barbecue and a lot of character.
Here's Edwards after the basket by Memphis. Pass to McDaniels. Stolen by Bain. Jackson on the wing. Back to Morant. Now Jackson. Over to the left wing. Adams, the pass to Bain. Takes a three. Drains the triple.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Bain against Edwards. To the inside. Gobert finds McDaniels. To the left side wing. Towns for three. And another three for Minnesota.
And, you know, we know he has this shot in his bag. I mean, Towns enjoys going right back at the opponent with the three ball.
Now here's Bain. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Bain's got 5.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it. And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Russell against Morant. Edwards for 3. McDaniels from long range. That shot's good. Russell making the play. Russell's got 3 assists in the game. Kicks it out to Jackson. Bain against Edwards. And the basket by Bain. He's got 7.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here. You know, when D'Angelo Russell came into the league, he was really primarily seen as a point guard, and that's what I like most about him, his vision and his passing ability, but he's actually changed that image and impression over time.
Offensive board. Adams. Jackson, the pass to Brooks. Back to Jackson, and here's Bain. Shot clock at 6. Outside for Morant. Second chance shot. And he sinks the layup. The evolution of D'Lo has been interesting to watch, Clark. I like how he's been willing to play whatever position asked of him.
Yeah, B.A., I like that too. And he said it before himself that he prefers playing shooting guard. But I tell you what, he also looks very comfortable.
Oh, what a hammer! Oh, man!
Watch out now. Look out below. Edwards rising to the rack.
Inside. Adams, the pass to Bain. Over Edwards. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Timberwolves.
Hurts to see that kind of mistake. Coach is going to be on him about that one.
46 seconds left in the first. And it's Ja Morant with the foul. That's his first foul of the game. The Timberwolves have gone 5 of 6. They're rolling. Russell, the pass to Gobert. Oh, it's stolen by Adams.
Well, that was a superb read defensively. He jumped right into the passing lane the instant the ball left the passer's hand. And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
What? You mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas. I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more. That's amazing play down in the big boy area, powering that thing down on a much taller defender.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Morant. The Timberwolves trail. Outside Russell. Back to Towns. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. That's on Steven Adams.
Showing determination inside. Towns absorbs the contact and gets the whistle.
And so Towns nails them both.
Productive trip to the line. He doesn't like to leave points on the table.
And here's Morant outside. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. Desmond Bane getting it done for the Memphis Grizzlies. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And looking at what we've seen from the Grizzlies, what do you think, guys?
You can really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area. Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
On the court for the Timberwolves. The backcourt is Russell and Edwards. Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. And it's McDaniels in at the small forward.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam.
That's exactly how you send it. 2 hands and down.
Out of bounds, it'll be Grizzlies ball.
Something you can't put a price tag on. The Minnesota Timberwolves gained last season. Playoff experience. Young guys getting accustomed to the crucible of postseason play. Extremely valuable.
Pass to Jackson. Here's Adams. And he buries his first look.
And on the offensive end, this is how Adams hurts you. You have to be aware of where he is at all times.
Moran against Russell. Down low. Oh, Adams with the block. And they get it back. McDaniels finds Towns. 6 on the shot clock. Another miss by Minnesota.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
So, Clark, would you say playoff experience also raises your regular season play?
I don't think there's any question about it, B.A. I never had a chance in my short career to play in the playoffs, but I covered a bunch of them. What you say? My goodness. Come on now. Well, I tell you what, once Edwards accelerates, I mean, he looks like he's playing at a different speed than those around him.
Morant with it, and it's Gobert picking him up. And it's Adams missing. Minnesota has gone 3 of 5 from the perimeter in this game. Edwards, the pass to McDaniels. Now here's Gobert. Adams covering. Back to Gobert. And he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
And for Gobert, his offense continues to catch up with the elite defense. He's becoming a legitimate two-way threat.
Puts the move on. And he bangs it home with one hand.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish. Yeah, you know, with that size difference, that's not an easy shot. I mean, I don't care how close to the rim he is, that's a tough shot.
They get it back. Here's Gobert. Oh, and Jackson with the defensive effort.
Well, you know, this is what happens. You can't afford to lose concentration, even for a nanosecond. What a finish. I mean, he just took over himself.
What a show of power right there from the point guard. Man, sweet.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
McDaniels, that's good. You know, with all the dunkers out there, some players make sure they don't end up on too many posters. Grant, you ever make a business decision?
Yeah, B.A., you know, I made a few business decisions through my career. Look, as a competitor, you want to make sure that you can play defense, give it your all, contest at the rim when you feel that you can. But when someone like a Vince Carter in the midst of insanity, that's when you make a business decision. And that's a smart decision.
Shot is good by Edwards.
Built like a linebacker, Edwards is not your average off guard, folks.
Morant, the pass to Brooks. Here's Adams. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Grizzlies lead by 6.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Here's Edwards. And a deep 3 from Russell. Towns for 3. That falls. Nice assist by Russell. Russell's got 7 assists in the game.
Towns is really good at the three-point line, and he's a volume three-point shooter and relishes taking shots from there.
Brooks finds Bain. Offensive rebound. Adams. And Gobert with a block. To the paint. Here's Towns. And it's powered home by Towns.
Well, easy does it, Towns is saying to himself. Forget about the threes right now. I'm going to go with the flush.
Morant pass to Jackson. Three-pointer, Brooks. Russell with the rebound. Minnesota has got 4 of 7 threes to go so far in this game. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed pass.
Boy, in sync with his teammate on that possession. Well done by Towns on that pass.
And here's Morant. Pass to Adams. Back to Morant. High arcing shot. And some nice defense. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. The T-Wolves on top, leading by a point. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway. Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Boy, you got to like what we're seeing from Desmond Bain.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Tyus Jones is out there with John Conchar. Then it's Brandon Clark. Then there's Danny Green. And it's Williams in at the 4-man position. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Taylor Jenkins. Here's Green. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
When you take a look at the former second-round pick, Danny Green, he's done a really nice job carving out a lengthy career in the league.
He hits the second from the line. And for years, Green has proven he can be counted on. He's a key piece on some title teams, Clark.
Yeah, he's got multiple championship rings to vouch for that, to speak to that. I mean, he's the definition of a 3-and-D swingman. Actually, may have been one of the guys that were looked at in creating that definition if you go back several years. And he's provided lockdown defense wherever he's been and timely shot making, too.
Towns up top. Williams defending. McDaniels passes to Towns. A double team on Towns. Pass to Russell. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. And there's Towns on the assist by Russell. Towns has got 13.
A good play ending with the right player. Big Cat, one of the best shooters we've ever seen at the center position.
And that's an intentional foul.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
And the Timberwolves going with a whole new group out there. Williams passes to Jones, who poked away. Back to Williams. Lets it go from deep. Minnesota with a rebound. Here's Noel. To the middle. Left block shot on the way, and it's Anderson getting it to go. And now a 3-point Timberwolves lead.
He can really read the floor. Precision pass in rhythm.
Pass to Green. And here's Clark. Reed defending. Clark, no good. The Timberwolves have got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter. And Clark, how about the progress of the Timberwolves?
Love what they've done, B.A. They put the pieces in place to be a playoff regular and still the youth to grow in the long term. That's a nice combination, especially when you look at a guy like Anthony Edwards. He's special.
The Timberwolves have gotten 3 of 4 shots to fall so far in the third. Kicks it out to Anderson. Fires the 3. And another 3 from Minnesota.
You can really feel the momentum swinging in their direction.
And, you know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
Williams passes to Jones. On the wing, Conchar. Ooh, nothing falling for them right now. Minnesota in the lead. Pass to Anderson. And finished off by Anderson.
Love the energy here in the third. Trying to take control now of this contest. And I really think this is the time to do it because this is a real important juncture in the ball game right here.
Green, the pass to Jones. A minute 42 left in the third. Williams' shot is good. Minute 32 left in the third. Now the Timberwolves with it. It's a 12-2 run here. Good pace. On the wing, Noel. Back to Anderson. And stolen by Green. Pass to Clark. Can't get it to drop. Now Minnesota takes it the other way. To the paint. Oh, what a nice defensive play to disrupt the lob. And it's Green missing. Minnesota has gone 2 for 2 from deep here in the third. To the inside. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt. Pass to Williams. Down low. Here's Clark. Oh, Clark with the slam.
Did you guys see that? What an insane slam.
Man, you got to have some hang time to pull that off.
Yeah, to glide in and reverse it home like that, so sweet.
And the ball out of play, the Grizzlies will have it.
Well, he just didn't make the catch, didn't look the ball into his hands. He must have thought the ball was going somewhere else.
A line change here for Memphis. Memphis trailing here. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Morant. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. It's going to be on Naz Reid.
What determination from Morant in the paint, getting his shot off despite being fouled.
And the Timberwolves going with a whole new group out there. The Timberwolves have got 5 of 6 shots to fall so far in the third. Here's Edwards driving in, and Edwards slams it in.
On the front foot, attacking the defense. This is Anthony Edwards at his best.
Outside Morant. With 1 on the clock. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
And 1 move ahead of the defense. A solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork.
All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day. Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense, too. It adds a whole nother dimension when you've got a big guy that can pass.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. And a look now at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the fourth quarter. Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. Filling in the wings, Edwards and McDaniels. And it's Russell in at the point guard. Minnesota's gone 6 of 9 from three-point range. Towns a screen on Morant. Inside. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
You know, when he referred to himself as the greatest big man shooter of all time, Karl Anthony Towns certainly raised some eyebrows and sparked some debate in the NBA fraternity.
You know, with Towns, there's no doubt he's a lethal shooter from downtown.
Well, the numbers don't lie, man. This guy, B.A., has been around 50, 40, and 80 throughout his career. 50% field goals, 40% 3, and 80% free throws. Tell me how many big guys can match up with those numbers. Very few.
And there's the call on Karl Anthony Towns. That's his first foul of the game. Outside Morant. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
Yeah, teams try to get physical with Morant, but he shows exceptional body control off the contact.
Boy, you love how guys are making plays for one another here.
Yeah, just a balanced attack, a total team effort.
Edwards finds Russell. Back to Edwards. That's tipped. And up the court come the Grizzlies on the break. Morant with the slam!
And that sequence was all Morant. Excellent work turning his defense into offense.
A few possessions into the fourth. Just over a minute played. Shot is good by Edwards.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Pass to Brooks. Kicks it out to Jackson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Morant with it. Russell covering. From the stripe. Morant, no good.
No one around him. He makes the shot harder than it has to be.
Here's Edwards. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Hey, like a lot of guys, Edwards rides momentum as a player. When his confidence is soaring, so is his activity level.
All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
Well, you know, for me, the passing has been fantastic all night. Everybody loves watching this style of basketball where the ball moves and players move. Coaches, fans, and even us broadcasters can appreciate that kind of action.
And I also have to praise them for their three-point shooting. They're showing a lot of confidence, letting them fly from deep.
Jackson finds Brooks. And no good. McDaniels with some nice D. Wow, potent offense. It's been fun to watch.
Just aggressive and effective, taking it right to the defense.
Boy, in a game this snug, you can ill afford to commit those kinds of turnovers.
The Grizzlies have gone 2 of 5 from the field in this final quarter. Morant, pass to Bane. Back to Morant. Pass to Adams. Outside Bane. From deep. And Gobert with a block.
A rangy defender with great defensive timing. I mean, why do you think they call Gobert the Stifle Tower?
Over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Outside Russell. Going inside. Outside McDaniels. Out of bounds. It'll be Memphis' ball. Well, the Grizzlies shooting 51%. Good clip from the field. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
And he drops the first. And that's good as he hits both shots.
He knows just how important these shots are, and he makes them count.
Minnesota's gotten 21 points so far from three-point land. They're 7 of 10. Towns on a screen. Russell, the pass to Towns. Somehow misses the two-handed jam. To the middle. Here's Adams. Morant, pass to Brooks. Jackson with it. Pass to Morant. Back to Jackson. 5 to shoot. Here's Brooks. It's blocked by Gobert. Out of bounds as Memphis keeps possession. And it's the Grizzlies with the ball. So far in the fourth, they've allowed just 6 points. Minnesota in the lead. Outside Russell. Oh, there's the alley. The shot by Towns, no good.
Looking for the spectacular and coming up empty.
And you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing.
And no surprise here. At this stage of the game, they're going to use the coach's challenge. Make them take another look at the call.
And even with the coach's challenge in place, we've seen some.
The previous play was
Still disputed even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Chris Finch was going over with his team. He just wanted his players to get a breather and to remind them, stick with the game plan. He wants them to stay patient and run their plays, even if they have to go deep into the shot clock. Back to you.
Appreciate the report, Allie.
In a close game, every point matters. Terrific focus at the line there to help them keep pace.
And Edwards slams it in.
At every level, Edwards has been the go-to guy for his team. It's in his DNA.
Moran against Russell. Now here's Bain. Defense right on him. Pass to Jackson.
Talk about stepping up in a big way.
Well, that was one, two. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Bain against Edwards. Here's Towns. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. It's on Desmond Bain.
And Cat is who this team trusts in important stretches of the game. Now it's his time to shine.
And so Towns nails them both. 41 seconds left to play in the fourth. Now here's Moran. Kicks it out to Jackson. Pass to Brooks. Now here's Bain. Tries again. Drives to the hoop. Edwards against Brooks. It's Edwards with a bad intentions.
No, with his strength and body control, Edwards should be an and-one machine at this level. Absolutely massive free throw. That'll force them into a three-point attempt.
It's all about getting a 3 right here.
No doubt. And the next shot has to be a 3.
Morant, the pass to Adams. From deep, Bain. Oh, and he can't make the shot to force overtime. So it's a narrow victory for the Timberwolves.